One of the questions I get asked a lot is, what made you decide to join the Navy? The answer to this starts with my dad. He was a pilot in the South Vietnamese Air Force. He flew the F-5 Tiger II. His training brought him to Hawaii for a short period of time where he trained with the U.S. Air Force. He was very proud of the skills and the discipline it took from him to be a pilot, and we were proud of him too. Another event in my life was after college. I had a backpacking excursion around Europe and Northern Africa, where I did encounter a significant number of people who would ask me advice on how to get papers to come to the U.S., which also helps me realize that it's sometimes easy to criticize and take things for granted. Around the same time, on the morning of my birthday, I was awakened by a phone call not to wish me happy birthday, but to turn on the TV. It was September 11th, and the Twin Towers had been destroyed. And then I got the offer for the Navy Health Professions Scholarship Program, and I decided that this would be how I could contribute. So why do some people join the military? A sense of patriotism, a call to duty, excitement, adventure, the challenge. These are the reasons why I joined. Some people may sign up for the money. They usually end up utterly disappointed and regretful, but I have enough reasons to look forward to the next 4 years. Another question I get a lot is, you have 2 kids, how do you do it? The answer is, I do it very slowly. Even though I graduated high school early, I started my family while I was in college, so it took me years to finish. I finally finished a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, and I can't blame it all on my kids, because then I decided I enjoyed being a professional student, so I stayed for a second degree in sociology. And then I couldn't really find a job after that, so I kept taking classes for pre-med. But as I always say, life is all about the journey. And when I started my journey through residency, my daughter was 12 years old, and here she is today, getting ready to go off to college. My daughter is a gymnast. She is a very talented photographer and an honor roll student. She'll be coming back to New York in the fall to attend Pratt Institute. Here's my son when I started residency at the age of 9, and now here he is. He's taller than me. He's an artist, a musician, and also an honor roll student. So how did I do it? The band practice, gymnastics meets, birthday parties, religious education, driving all around town, and having dinner ready, not to mention my role as the band manager, t-shirt designer, poster artwork designer, web designer, music collaborator, producer of their first album, and live sound engineer, and on the side, I work here. Well, the secret is my kids are angels, and I couldn't have done this without their understanding and support. Lately, the question that I get asked the most is, where are you going after this? The answer is Okinawa, Japan. Okinawa is a small island south of the mainland Japan, often referred to as the Keystone of the Pacific because of its strategic location. The population is estimated at 1.3 million, with the U.S. population in Okinawa approaching 80,000. This includes active duty military members from all 4 branches of the armed forces, their family members, contracted civilians, including teachers and staff. Okinawans are known for their longevity. The ratio of centenarians on the island is the highest in the world. The possible explanations to this fact is the diet of low-fat, low-salt foods such as fish, tofu, and seaweed, the low-stress lifestyle, caring community, activity, and spirituality of the inhabitants of the island. Although most of my work will be out of the Naval Hospital, treating the 80,000 U.S. citizens that live in Okinawa, technically I am assigned to the 3rd Medical Battalion. The mission of the 3rd Medical Battalion is to provide direct and general health service support to the 3rd Marine Expeditionary Force in order to sustain the combat effort across the full spectrum of the Western Pacific area operations. This means that every other month I will be deployed on missions that last on average 3 weeks. Some of these missions are humanitarian, and some missions include live fire training where I await casualties in my mobile OR, otherwise known as Forward Resuscitative Surgical Suite. The FRSS is the Navy's most forward deployed Echelon II medical unit. These missions commonly take place in Korea, Thailand, the Philippines, Australia, and yes, sometimes I will be on a ship. And now I predict that the most commonly asked question after this presentation will be, is this another ploy to get out of a public speaking situation? The answer is absolutely.